Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about sensor selection parameters for IoT applications. So as we already know, the sensor are the starting point of any IoT system because they collect data from the real world. But here is an important question. Can we use any sensor for any IoT application? Obviously, the answer is no, because different applications have different requirements. We must carefully select sensors based on certain parameters. So in this slide, we can see the 8 important parameters used for selecting a sensor for particular applications. So starting from accuracy, sensitivity, and environmental conditions, and the last one is size and integrations. So let us understand each one with simple real-time examples. So first starts with accuracy. Accuracy tells how close the sensor reading is to the actual value. So for example, in a health monitoring system, when measuring body temperature, even a small error can lead to incorrect diagnosis. So we need highly accurate sensors. But in a weather monitoring system, a small variation like 1 degree is maybe acceptable. So the accuracy depends on the application requirement. Next one is sensitivity. Sensitivity is the ability of a sensor to detect small changes. For example, in a gas leakage detection system, even a small amount of gas must be detected immediately to avoid accidents. So highly sensitivity is required. High sensitivity is required. But in normal temperature monitoring, small variations are not crucial one. So next, third one is range. Range defines the minimum and maximum values of sensor it can measure. Again, for example, in a home environment, a temperature range of 0 to 50 degrees Celsius is sufficient. But in an industrial furnace, temperature can go above 1000 degrees Celsius. So selecting the correct range is very important. And the fourth one is response time. Response time indicates how quickly a sensor reacts to changes. For example, in a fire detection system, a sensor must respond immediately to prevent damage. But in soil moisture monitoring, a delay of few seconds is acceptable. So the fast response is needed in critical applications. Next, fifth one is power consumption. Power consumption tells how much energy the sensor requires. In smart agriculture, sensors are placed in remote fields and powered by batteries. So we must use low power sensors to increase battery life. If the sensor consume more power, then system will not work for long time. The next important parameter is cost. So it is especially when designing an IoT system, we must need to take care of this cost parameter. For example, for in student projects, so we use low cost sensor to reduce expenses. But in industrial applications, high quality sensors are required even if they are expensive. So we must balance cost and performance. And seventh one is environmental conditions. So the sensors must work properly in the environment where they are used. In industrial IoT systems, the sensor may be exposed to a high temperature, dust, and moisture. So we need strong and durable sensor. And the last one is size and integration. This refers to how easily the sensor fits into the system. In wearable devices like smartwatches, sensor must very small and compact. So sensor size depends on design requirements. So now let us understand all these parameters together using one real-time example. Here I have taken a smart agriculture system. To so in this we want to measure soil moisture. To select the right sensor, it should have quad it should have good accuracy for proper irrigation. It should consume low power for battery operation. It should work in wet and muddy conditions. It should be affordable for farmers. So we cannot randomly select a sensor. So we must consider all these parameters together. So to conclude, the sensor selection is very important step in designing an IoT system. Choosing the right sensor ensures accurate data, reliable performance, efficient system operation. If we choose the wrong sensor, the entire IoT system may fail. Thank you.